Hi, I'm Annie Jones. This is my story. Like most single parents around the world, my mornings are pretty busy with the mad dash to get the kids out of bed, washed, dressed and fed in time to leave for school. I love this time though because I know that once the stress of getting them to the school gate is over, I get to go home and start work. That might sound a little strange because not a lot of people love their work, and I used to be the same, but my life has changed so drastically in the last 12 months that I now love getting back home to start work. Nowadays, work for me involves logging onto Facebook, Twitter and YouTube, reading and replying to some comments and scheduling some posts for the day. The businesses that I do this for don't have the time to do this work themselves, and it's not enough work to hire someone full-time, so they pay me to do the work for them part-time from home. The best part is that anyone who knows how to use Facebook, Twitter and YouTube can do this work, and there are millions of businesses around the world hiring for these positions right now. I sometimes find it hard to believe how great my life is now because it wasn't always this good. A few years ago I was heavily in debt. I got laid off from my job as a small motel manager. At first I thought I'd be okay because I had a bit of money saved up and was sure that I'd find another job. However, I burned through my savings much faster than I thought and got absolutely nowhere on the job finding front. Nothing, zilch, nada. Nobody was hiring, even if I was willing to take a considerable step down in job position and salary. Unfortunately, someone forgot to notify the mailman that I didn't have any money or income, so he kept dropping off new bills and final demands every day. I had bills literally piling up on my kitchen table and a young family to support. This was all made 10x worse by the fact that I am a single mom and have a young family to support. I wanted more than anything else in the world to be able to provide for them. I started biting my fingernails, which I had never done before, and I'm pretty sure that I only got about 3 hours sleep in a whole month period because I was so stressed. And then one day, I was over at a friend's house for a children's play date when I got caught up talking to someone in a conversation that would literally change the course of my life. Everything changed when another mother that I just met showed me a check she had received just for posting on Facebook. I'd never met this other mother before. She was a work colleague of one of my other friends, and she made the big mistake of asking me how I was going. Now, I'm not sure if it was the 4 cups of coffee that I had consumed, or the buildup of the stress, the kids getting into a fight, or a combination of everything, but that poor woman got a lot more than she bargained for in my response. I hadn't talked to anyone about my financial troubles since they began. My close family didn't even know that I'd lost my job. So when this woman asked how I was doing, it all just came pouring out. All of the frustrations, stress, worry, sleepless nights and everything else, all in one big long rambling rant. She just stood there, nodding her head and listening sympathetically. Looking back now, she must have the patience of a saint because she didn't seem fazed at all. When I had finished, she looked me directly in the eyes and said, "I totally understand what you are going through. I went through almost exactly the same thing myself just 6 months ago." It turns out that she had also been let go from her job, struggled to find a new one and had hit rock bottom financially with bills piling up. She then went on to tell me that now, 6 months later, she was more financially secure than she had ever been, and that it was all thanks to the Facebook. She explained that most businesses have Facebook, Twitter and other social media accounts that they just don't have time to manage themselves, so they pay people like her to do it for them part-time from home. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. How had I never heard of this before? She told me that there are millions of businesses hiring for these positions right now. I started to get really excited and asked her a barrage of questions. She taught me everything that she knew and connected me with some employers the very same day. I had my first paid job within 24 hours. Now I was the one earning hundreds of dollars each week just for playing around on Facebook and Twitter.